I'm here today with Kristi White, who has just published the first book in her new series of children's books. Hello, Kristi.
Hello.
Perhaps you can tell us a bit about yourself.
Siguli Nigiongat Yojigel. My name is Kristi White and I'm from Oneida Nation of the Thames. I'm a mother of four. I also am part of the Bear Clan and an active member in our community. And very, very excited to launch our new book.
Okay, so tell us a bit about your new book. What's its title?
The book is called Jay and Gizmo Become Best Friends. It's the start of the relationship between Jay and Gizmo and how they meet, and just goes through that whole relationship dynamics between them.
What age range is this intended for?
I would definitely recommend it for all ages, but our targeted age range is preschool boys.
All right, so what's so special about this book that makes it different from the hundreds of children's books that are published every year?
Well, we have some really, really unique qualities of the book. Number one, it is targeted for mainly First Nations boys, but all First Nations children, because being a female First Nations writer is showing good role modeling for the girls. And I know my own experience looking for books for my young boys, something that they would be interested in outside of just cars, trucks, trains, that kind of thing, was really difficult. So one thing I do love about the book is that it's building positive relationships, and it's role modeling those kind of relationships between a First Nations boy and his friend Gizmo, who is a cat. The other thing that puts our book aside is we go back to the ownership, because everybody knows ownership in toddlers is amazing. Everything is about my cup, my book, my dad, my mom. So one thing we did is in the beginning of the book, we have the line and we put back in that this book belongs to, so that way they can have the ownership. The other thing that is different from our books is that it's very culturally derived. As you can see here on Dad's feet, he has his moccasins, Jay has his braids. Another thing I would like to point out in the book that I think is just makes it one of a kind is in the back of the book. We actually ask the children to participate with us, and I've had some children actually do this and send it back to me, which is amazing, where it says here, write your own story and draw your own picture, so they feel like they're part of this experience with me, which is amazing.
Has this book been well received?
Absolutely. All the different reserves and territories and treaties and settlements that I visited, I do a little reading circle with a lot of their Head Start program children, and they just love the book. They love the relationship between Jay and Gizmo and can't wait for other books to come.
Are we likely to see this book in local schools and libraries?
Absolutely. I'm hoping actually that it will be in every local library, as well as straight across Canada. Reserve schools, especially reserve libraries. A lot of the programs on First Nations have ordered the book for the kids, so that's amazing. I do know my own community of Oneida, when the kids at St. Stone go back to school in September, they will all receive an autographed copy of the book.
Well, where can the rest of us buy a copy of the book?
We can all get a copy of the book either online at any of the bookstores, including Amazon.ca. We have some available at our booth when we're on the POW Trail. Yeah, that would be the best place to get it, actually.
We know this is the first book in a series. When can we expect the next one?
The next book should be out in September. We've been working really, really hard at getting it ready, and so that way we can get it out to the communities. So yes, we're looking at September for that one to be released.
Well, thank you very much, Kristi White. I want to offer you great success in your literary career.
Thank you.